Good evening to the beautiful people of Portage, Michigan, and beyond, and welcome to PCTV's coverage of Portage Central Football on the Portage Central YouTube channel. We've got the big one today, the battle for Portage, the fight for the Kavanaugh Trophy. It's Portage Central, it's Portage Northern. The Huskies make the drive down Westnedge and entered McCamley Knight Field with a record of 5-1 with one loss to Orchard Lake St. Mary's. The Mustangs look to defend the Kavanaugh Trophy yet again behind this year's Inferno squad. I'm Nolan Rozankovich alongside my fellow regional champion Ryan Vandersloot, and we'll be covering the action this evening. Ryan, before we start, give us a quick rundown and some keys to tonight's game.
Man, this feels like a matchup of two Titans clashing. Keys of the game for Portage Central: control the pace, eliminate big plays from Northern's offense, and for Northern, steady defense. They gave up 21 against Mattawan. Portage Central dropped 46 on them. And for their offense, let's establish the run game.
Yeah, I completely agree, especially with Titans clashing, especially in SMAC football this year. I mean, when you look at all SMAC sports, Portage Central, Portage Northern football, this year is the rivalry to be at, and we're off. Bloomquist back to return the kick in all blue and black accessories. He's got room to run across the 50 to the 40. Nolan Bloomquist.
Great run from Bloomquist. Kid's got talent.
Yeah, and he's okay. He's picking up where he left off from the last couple games. He's broken off some big plays in special teams and in the backfield. And the Mustangs will have great field position for this first drive. It's a white out today in the Mustangs student section and a blackout for the Huskies. McNally under center. Here's Noe. That's a pickup about 3.
Let's look to see what these Mustangs can do today. Let's watch them establish the run. Will we see a pass?
Yeah. They opened it up in the last broadcast against Mattawan. Jacob Bennis had a touchdown there, getting the ball to the outside. But, I mean, with the depth at running back and in the O-line for the Mustangs, it's going to be big on establishing the run early on, and that's what they've been able to do so far this season. And Cam Noe getting the nod early on in this one. And he takes it through the middle. That'll be a first down for Cam Noe.
Only a sophomore in high school, and he has numerous offers. Notable one being Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota, they're big in the Portage community. Originally recruited Tyler Stolsky out of high school, who's now at FAU. But obviously the big news since the last broadcast, Charlie Gillick flipped his commitment from UCF to Minnesota. That's huge, especially for Minnesota and for Portage Central. Here's McNally under center. No, he's going to get it again. It was McNally with the ball. Tricked me on that one with the read option. Pick of about 8 for McNally.
So far, no trouble for the Mustangs. They're doing one of my keys of the game. They're controlling the pace for sure.
Yeah. And already a couple minutes ticked off on this drive. Cam Noe staying in the game. They're just pound it down their throats right now. Whistle blows, flags out. May have been a false start there.
First drive touchdown could take the energy out of Northern section for
sure. Yeah, and at the Friday football tailgate over across the way a little bit, the Portage Northern fans, I would argue, kind of out yelled the Northern fans. They have a lot of energy tonight. And a thing with the Mustangs, even though they've had these blowout wins, this huge win differential, they have a total differential of 276 points this season, winning by an average of 46. They haven't really been able to score too much early. It's been wearing teams down. There's Noe with a pickup of 2. And, things get gritty after the whistle there. Lots of energy from that Northern D-line.
How about their student section? That is packed.
Yeah. That's the most packed you'll see an away student section of this stadium. Probably the most packed I've ever seen it in my years of coming to Portage Central football games. And first third down of the game, we'll see what Coach Freeland has dialed up here. McNally tosses it. That's Bloomquist. Hurdles. And is it 4-down territory here? What do you think, Ryan?
I mean, this Mustang team doesn't take no for an answer.
Yeah.
I think we're going for it. If it's within 5 yards,
Yeah.
D1 running back, D1 tight end.
Especially with a weaker special teams unit this year with the loss of Sean Myers. 4th and 3, Coach Enders has got his team out on the field. And Wendell Tomes into the game. Bloomquist back there. Noe back there. So got a couple backs. Only one truly in the backfield. Got a lot of guys blocking here. And Bloomquist goes in motion, takes it. And it looks like he got the first. Big play call there from Coach Freeland.
Not much resistance right there for Northern's defense. Let's see if they get worn out as the game goes on.
Yeah, heavy package there, sent Bloomquist in motion, and he's able to pick up the first down. We'll see in the red zone play calling changes early on here. They didn't get too much opportunities in the red zone against Madawan. Not too many against Case Central. They're having a lot of very long touchdowns. There's Noe with it. Noe through the gap. Touchdown. Cam Noe. The Mustangs take a 6-0 lead off the shoulders of Cam Noe.
I mean, that's just brilliant blocking. Finds the gap, and he goes right through it.
Yeah, I mean, and it takes a lot to bring him down. He's a physical specimen. It's very hard to take Cam Noe down, especially in the open field with his speed and strength combination.
Yeah, once he gets downhill, good luck.
Yeah. And the Mustangs are going to keep the offense out in the field to go for 2, which has been standard so far this season. And with their signature 3 backs in the backfield on the 2-point conversion, short yardage, McNally rolls back to pass. And incomplete behind his receiver. There's a flag in, though. And could that be a hold? Looks like it was a hold. They'll decline the penalty.
Deflected off Northern. Looks like they're turning it over back to Northern.
And Mustangs going to kick it back off here to the Huskies. We'll see on offense what they look to do. Obviously, they have a lot of direct snaps behind the one and only Greg Patrick, committed to Notre Dame next fall. And we'll see if they can get this run game going. Not very many teams have been successful with it.
I mean, let's talk about this new offense from them. Years past, they've had great QBs, can throw on the run. Joe Thole last year, but this year they might run the ball more than PC does.
Yeah. And you look at the roster, there's not a quarterback listed. Nick Bianco takes a lot of snaps, but it's going to be really interesting to see how they might change things up against this Portage Central offense. Twitchell said earlier on Friday Football Tailgate there might be a couple wrinkles in the playbook, but obviously don't look to see them throw the ball 30 times.
You thinking of flea flicker?
I mean, I think anything's open in a game like tonight. It's a rivalry game. The whole playbook's open for Coach Twitchell. And here's the big fella Noah Klein off to kick it off. Portage Central student section getting hype. The signature squib kick taken at the 20. And Carter Yates is brought down.
I mean, solid kick. Got there very close.
Yeah, Noah Klein's done a good job of those squib kicks this year.
Man of many talents. Plays offensive line.
Yeah, offensive lineman committed to Grand Valley State. Wiffle ball player.
Well.
Yeah.
Great pitcher on the mound.
He can do it all. Baseball, wiffle ball, football. on and off the field.
Kid's an athlete.
Yeah, solid kid.
Great in the classroom as well, man.
And Jaden LaFew at nose tackle here. We'll see if he makes a difference. The big shift from the Huskies is Greg Patrick shifts to the right side. And good gap protection from the Mustangs. As Huskies stopped after a pickup of 1 or 2.
So we're going to see that look a lot tonight.
Yeah.
Just 4 running backs. That's something new we haven't seen ever, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm eager to see how it plays out.
Yeah, looks like an offense straight from the early 1900s, but it's been working for them this year. They're just this offense is putting up big numbers so far through SMAC competition, and they shift the O-line again, trying to catch the Portage Central defense off guard. Interesting strategy. To the right, and a good run there by the Huskies. That's Kane Morris for the pickup of 5 or 6.
I mean, if they had no jerseys on, you'd probably think they were PC.
Yeah.
The way they're running it up the middle.
Yeah, another number 4 guy. Just pummeling it up the middle. Kane Morris, a track athlete as well.
Offense led by Greg Patrick, Notre Dame commit.
Yeah.
Let's just run behind him.
Yeah, that's kind of the philosophy from Coach Twitchell is they're running it through Greg Patrick. That's the star player. That's the guy that stands out over everyone. And we are 3rd down here. The shift from the coach from the sideline. Direct snap to the running back. Taken down. That was for a loss. The Inferno squad.
Joseph Gaiman on the tackle.
Yeah, Joe went right through that gap there.
So, first look at Northern's offense. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, so we got a 4th down coming up here, but the Mustangs doing a great job of stopping that outside run, inside run. They're not falling for any of the Portage Northern tricks early on here, and the direct snaps. That's what Coach Twitchell kind of does. It's tricky to game plan against him, even though you know what's coming. It seems like. See, you don't know who the ball is going to. Trouble with the snap. It's a punt. A fake? No.
That was a punt.
Yeah, they fake go for it and punt it. That's something Northern has done in past years, but you just don't see that very often in modern day football.
So Northern, one of my keys of the game for them was establish the run game, and they just got shut out. I don't even think they got a first down.
Yeah, they had an early 7-yard game, but overall good sound defense from the Inferno squad, the Portage Central Mustangs, to shut them down there. McNally hands it to Noe once again. And he'll get some positive yardage. Always falls forward.
I think as long as there's no fumbles, interceptions, if that happens, Mustangs have a very great chance to win this game.
They've done a great job of controlling the ball this year, and that's why they've had these blowout wins. They're not letting teams back in the game with turnovers. Rylan McNally, I mean, his whole career at Portage Central, he's just been sound all around. Doesn't make bad plays. He has a good head on his shoulders, and he looks to continue that as we go through the season and into the playoffs. Here's a snap. McNally takes it. Let's pick up about 2 or 3.
What I really love about these Mustangs is they play their game. They control the pace. Even when they get down, they stick to their game plan. Now, they have yet to be down this season, so we don't know if they would keep to that. But
this is probably the biggest test of the season so far, so we'll see if maybe they get in a sticky situation and how they might work out of that, but it's looked good so far. As here's the 3rd down to Noe, and he just falls forward and gets it. Solid blocks there from the Mustangs.
I think as we move on, Northern's D-line is just going to get tired, and we're going to see bigger and bigger run plays.
Yep, and that's what we've seen the last couple games, especially in the SMAC conference. It's just teams can't hang in with this Mustangs offense with the strength, the power they've got in the O-line, and that's kind of what Northern's been able to do a little bit as well, but with a little more trickery involved. And 2 similar teams, similar locations. All these guys know each other. All these guys have played with or against each other their whole lives, so very familiar. A couple running backs back. Gives it to Noe. Wow. Great job to evade some tacklers and pick up 5 there.
I mean, hand it off to Noe, and it feels like a free 5 yards.
Yeah. I mean, just with his size and strength, I mean, it doesn't feel like you really need blockers with him. He's going to run over a couple guys regardless. Gillett comes off the field.
We talked about Northern having a steady defense, and right now it feels more like a steady offense.
Yeah.
As Wyatt Edick lines up top.
Here's the handoff to Noe once. Oh, sorry, the pitch outside. Bloomquist has got room. And he showed some wheels these past couple games. He's having himself one heck of a season.
Talking to Bloomquist early on today, he's been excited for this match for weeks. He loves playing his friends over at North. He really wants to beat them.
Yeah, Gregory Patrick, another guy. He started out, went to middle school at Portage Central. He knows, pretty much every guy on this roster. And, just the familiarity could be the story of this game. McNally sends a man in motion. And a short gain from, I believe, Noe. He's still able to pick up about 4 or 5.
Another 5 yards as the cheerleaders go crazy.
Yeah. That was Officer Garrison down there getting the student section going. Big turnout today for the Mustangs. The whiteout looking like it's in Happy Valley tonight.
I'm feeling pretty impartial. I got a white sweatshirt and black pants on, so consider me neutral.
Hey, you're looking great tonight. Cam Noe with the carry gets the first down.
I mean, is it PC or is it Cam Noe?
Yeah.
Because this guy is great.
Yeah, and it seems like the game plan from Coach Enders is get Cam Noe the ball early on and wear him down. Then the speedsters can get going on the outside.
Yeah, I mean, Mustangs controlling the pace great. It's really the ball is in their hands.
Yeah,
almost the entire game.
We'll see how the interior D line holds up, especially playing both sides of the ball. Zay Branson and Rylan Lowe for the Huskies. So there's Bloomquist, breaks the tackle to the 20, 15. He can't be taken down. A huge pickup for Bloomquist.
I mean, he just pulled his jersey. He got right back up and gained 10 more yards.
Looked like Cam Scadaboo out there, that round head and just the inability to be tackled from Nolan Bloomquist. Unbelievable.
If I had to describe Bloomquist, high motor guy.
Yeah.
His legs don't stop. Good luck tackling him.
Yeah. I mean, after the play, before the play, he does everything for the Mustangs, and he's shown it tonight so far.
Just the depth of this lineup for the Mustangs.
And we'll see if they send Bloomquist in motion once again. Noe behind, and Noe stays up. That's a pickup of about 4. Good job to fall forward once again.
If I had a game plan, I would just hand it to Cam Noe and take us to the promised land.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think the Huskies need to do to try to stop this Portage Central run game?
Man, I'd stack the box and I'd make them beat me out wide. See if they can do that, and then go from there.
Yeah, that's what a lot of teams have tried, but something about this Portage Central team this year, they've been able to take advantage of some mismatches out wide. Riley McNally's been calm under pressure. And that same formation again, Bloomquist on the left, Noe behind the quarterback. Ball goes to fumble. Northern's got the ball, tracked down by Cam Noe. Wendell Tomes can't hang on to it, and that's a huge play for the Huskies.
Northern takes over about Northern's 40-yard line. What I said, eliminate big plays and hold on to the ball.
And Tomes was behind the O-line there and just can't hang on to it. That's a huge play. Could be a momentum swinger in this one, as it looked like the Mustangs were dominating early on, but we'll see if the Huskies offense can get going here. This is going to be a huge series.
As we take a look back in previous years, whoever wins the turnover battle seems to win these big games.
Yeah. Turnover battle and big plays. Here's Bianco under center. Direct snap. And the Mustangs are all over it.
Wow, they
swarming. Carter Hunnicky with the tackle.
Couple guys in there. Charlie Jillick as well.
Yeah, I saw a lot of blue jerseys back there.
And so far, the run game is just getting piled on by these Mustangs.
And Jaden LaFew getting a high snap share tonight, trying to dominate the interior D-line, what he's known for.
Yeah, man, it's been awesome to see his transformation over the years.
Yeah. He's He's come a long way as a football player, and, I mean, he's played a huge role. He's worked up through the freshman team, the JV team, and he's finally getting his flowers on varsity now in a huge moment. And the direct snap meets him down low. Ben Coleman.
Ben Coleman, a junior, with a great tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
That was the sophomore Arias Jackson. I mean, there's a lot of guys in the backfield. It's hard to keep track of. And the first quarter comes to a close. 6-0 Portage Central lead. And the Huskies have a third down coming up. It's going to be a big play, especially after that huge turnover. We'll see what Coach Twitchell's got dialed up. And we'll be right back shortly. And we're back, the start of the second quarter. Huskies hit the ball. Big third down here. And he's going to throw it. And Bloomquist tracking it down, way overthrown. That was Colin Gatlin on the pass attempt. And they just have a bunch of guys taking snaps here.
That's
Hard to
great
keep track of.
coverage by Bloomquist.
Yeah, and they had everything covered over top. And, I mean, they had guys coming open for a second there, but just great coverage. Fundamentally sound defense from the Mustangs as they're going to force a punt here.
Not much life in Northern's offense so far. They've got to figure something out, and they've got to figure it out soon. Yeah,
that's a huge stop after a big turnover. The Huskies at least would have liked to get a first down there, maybe sniff field goal range. Here's Bloomquist back to return. He'll let it go over his head, and that's a solid punt by Nick Bianco, man of many talents.
This does feel like a big rivalry game with the fumble and the big plays.
Yeah, the atmosphere definitely ringing true here. It feels like a big atmosphere game with the plays out there, the fans. I mean, all of the above. You can tell this is a big game.
Feels like week one, the Ohio State versus Texas.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit of that. I mean, slow going in the first quarter. Obviously, too, offense like to try to control the ball and slow things down. We'll see if the Mustangs have the same approach after that great drive that was cut short by a fumble. Here's Noe. Pick up about 2 or 3.
And there's some chirping going on after the play as Charlie Gillett takes Northern down.
Yeah, I've been seeing that all game. Chirping going strong, jarring at each other a little bit.
It's really just best friends out there
Yeah.
from different schools playing. It's
Yeah.
almost like you're in your backyard, 8 years old again.
Yeah.
Now you're facing a D1 kid on the other side.
I mean, you can tell for these Northern guys, this would just be a huge win, catapult them up the rankings, and give them hope to make some noise into this postseason. And here's Noe cut short. The Huskies load the box there and taken down to pick up about 1.
They're finding ways to stop it. Let's see what Mick draws up right here.
Yeah, yet another third down. Coach Enders and McNally having a conversation on the sideline. We'll see what they got dialed up.
I mean, right here, going to my star player, and I'm letting him eat.
Yeah, you got to find guys here, and especially with the depth of this running back room. They do have guys to do that. Maybe not on the outside, but in the interior. Cam Noe in the backfield, 1 man out wide. That's Jacob Ennis. The rain coming down. And close there. That's Wendell Tomes looking to get some redemption. He gets the first down.
Found a gap, went right through it.
And this rain looks beautiful from our view. Glad we're not out in the stands as you see some umbrellas, some ponchos come out.
I mean, this rain is making it feel like MSU versus Michigan, man.
Yeah, that 2017 game in the big house in the rain, that was a brawl. John O'Corn at quarterback for the Wolverines. Here's Cam Noe, the jump cut. And the Huskies starting to shut down the Mustangs' run game a little bit this drive. This could be big for them.
Yeah, they're loading the box for sure, and momentum's leading towards their way.
Yeah, their defense has been shaky early on this season, so it's going to be interesting to see if they can keep that up.
One loss just coming to Orchard Lake, which a very high-caliber team for sure. So
yeah, high pedigree program. McNally under center once again. Pitches it out to Tomes. Taken down after 1 or 2. Another third down.
3rd and 7. What do you think the Mustangs are going to do?
Yeah, interesting spot here for Portage Central. You could go play action. You could go over top, or you could maybe say this is 4-down territory. You think it's 4-down territory here?
Mustangs 40. I don't know. Right here, I'm looking to go to Charlie Gillick.
Yeah, I mean, that's a playmaker. He's lined up on the bottom of your screen.
I'm
on
running
the
it
line.
his way, if not passing to him.
Yeah, we'll see. McNally trying to get the guys to jump. They will snap it to Noe. McNally keeps it. And he's stopped after about 2 or 3. He's going to get sent back. And the Huskies getting active over there.
That was huge for momentum. I mean, just after the fumble, they've had nothing.
Yeah, this is the most adversity the Mustangs have faced early on this season. Obviously, they haven't allowed a score yet, but defensively, great work by the Huskies there to stifle Cam Noe and others. And here's the punt incoming from Brady Putnam. Or you could say Brady Puntnam.
That was funny.
Ooh, a little trouble with it. He's going to run it. Putnam. He's got it. Oh, he's still going out to the 35. Brady not punting him. Brady first down them.
I mean, trouble with the snap. Okay, I'm taking it in my own hands now. Get out the way, coach.
Was that even the play call? I mean, the rain coming down. If not, the improvisation. He sees the lane. He uses his wheels. I mean, that he is listed as a quarterback as well. Unbelievable. And, I mean, that Portage Northern coaching staff just looks frustrated from what I'm seeing. And that's a huge play, a momentum shifter, especially after that fumble and being stifled out there.
I mean, you don't practice that one.
Yeah. And we'll see this energizes the Mustangs offense. McNally takes it for himself and stopped after only 2 or 3 once again. Good work by this Huskies defense.
Yeah, Northern, after a shaky first drive, looks like they found something to hold on to. See if they can keep it up.
Yeah, and we'll see what Coach Enders has got dialed up here. The offense starting to slow down a little bit, which is a little bit uncharacteristic. Usually this is around the time the Mustangs speed up. They'll start getting touchdown for touchdown for touchdown in the second quarter. But it's a little bit of the opposite. They started hot and now cooling off after that fumble. And Cam Noe's played almost every snap this game. He'll get the ball again, and he'll fall forward after a pickup of about 4.
Yeah, if Northern can keep a steady defense, they can definitely hang with these Mustangs. Mustangs known for their high-powered offense. They haven't faced much adversity yet, so anything could happen with a couple turnovers.
Yeah, and, I mean, if the Huskies can hang around for a little bit, you think they might be able to get that offense going. Yeah, I mean, we'll see as this game rolls on. Same formation, Bloomquist on the left, Noe behind the quarterback. There's Tomes with the ball around the outside. And the multiple running back formation works out on third down as the Mustangs move the chains.
Northern runs 4 running backs, but it almost feels like PC does the same thing.
Yeah. And it's been a lot of the same stuff this game. Not much variation in the playbook for Coach Enders. I wonder if that's an adjustment thing or if that's maybe based on the size of the matchup. And loading the line here are the Mustangs. McNally pitches it. Oh, off Hanecki, and he's going to recover it after a loss of about 15. McNally with a poor decision to pitch it there.
I'm not on the field, but I can feel the nerves from up here.
Yeah.
It's just nervous energy. You're going to make mistakes.
Yeah, and the Mustangs are best when they're playing free. They're not worried about making mistakes. They're not worried about losing. They're trying to go out and take the game. And right now it looks like offensively both teams are not really trying to go out there and take it based on how they're playing. And here's a long second down. See what the play call is. It's going to be an outside run to Bloomquist. He's got room. And he's been great. He's averaging about 7-8 yards a pop.
Yeah, Bloomquist makes one guy miss. Gets about 7 yards, it goes down. They needed that.
Yeah, I mean, reminds you a lot of all the great running back duos we've seen in the Greater Michigan era. You go back to Hassan Haskins and Blake Corum. You go back you go to now David Montgomery and Jameer Gibbs. You have Sonic and Knuckles, the power and speed, and that's what Cam Noe and Bloomquist are, along with all this depth in that running back room. Fake pitch. He's dropped back to pass. He's got Noe. Noe with the first down. Noe to the 10. And a great play call, the play action.
Wow.
Finally getting some play action involved.
First pass of the game. Noe grabs the ball, makes three guys miss, and now they're almost in the red zone.
Yeah, and it feels like the whole game they were setting up that play action shot, and Noe was wide open there. They do a great job, Coach Freeland and Coach Enders, of baiting the defense to come in the box, and then they'll make a big throw.
If you're Northern's defense, man, you got to be tired. Their offense spending almost no time on the field.
Joseph Gaiman into the game. He gets a lot of reps in the red zone for the Mustangs. And Bloomquist swarmed by that Husky defense. Pack of wolves out there.
Yeah, about four guys met him at the line. Nowhere he could go.
And the Huskies are doing what they need to so far defensively. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect against this high-powered offense, but they're stopping the inside run. They're not allowing consistent gains. But it's about if the Mustangs can get some shot plays.
Yeah, I think their defense is doing great, doing their job. It's just time for the offense to help them out a little bit.
Here's McNally under center, takes the snap. And another short pickup. It's going to be yet another third down.
Huskies just stacking the box, nowhere to go.
This is an interesting spot because we're creeping into field goal range. The Mustangs haven't attempted many field goals this year, especially when the game's still in the balance. They might try to take this thing close to halftime.
Yeah, I would definitely 4-down territory. I mean, ball's a little wet from the rain.
This could definitely be 2 runs here. And timeout. Looked like that was the Portage Northern sideline taking that timeout. Oh, sorry. Timeout Portage Central. And what are you dialing up here if you're Coach Freeland?
Honestly, I'm looking to play fake to Charlie Jillick. Get your stars in open field. Get them moving. You have Jillick. You have Noe. Let's let them get one-on-one. And honestly, your QB is great at throwing, so give him a shot.
Yeah, the Mustangs offense, they don't use as much play action as you think they would with that run-heavy style and kind of the personnel they got with great tight ends, maybe not so strong on the outside with the receivers, but yeah, we'll see what the play call is. Maybe they keep involving that play action.
This feels like a rivalry game. Low scoring, couple big plays here and there. We've already seen 2 fumbles, one recovered by Northern, one recovered by PC. This feels like a game of the year.
It feels like a boxing match. They're kind of feeling each other out. We're waiting for that big punch, and we hadn't really seen that quite yet. McNally drops back to pass. Caught by Gillick. Touchdown, Mustangs. What a catch from the Minnesota commit.
Just what I said, play fake, got it to their star, touchdown Mustangs.
And you could tell McNally was looking for his guy there, and he finds him, the best athlete on the field, and he makes a heck of a grab. What a play from Gillick there. That's unbelievable.
I mean, future Minnesota player, what do you think you do here going for 2?
I mean, the Mustangs have been very efficient going for 2 this season with all the backs they throw in there, whether it's Gaiman, Noe, or Bloomquist. The playbook's wide open.
And now all the pressure goes on Northern's offense as they turn it over with less than 2 minutes.
A lot of people are thinking Northern needs a score here for the half ends. And that's Tomes with the ball, head-on collision, and he punches it in. Not afraid of the contact. 14-0, Mustangs lead.
How will Northern answer? You think they have to do something for halftime?
2 minutes left. And they might need to try to go for some shots here. We'll see what happens. Maybe they'll try to take it into halftime. They have 3 timeouts left. Obviously not known for airing the ball out, but they might need to here in this situation. We'll see what Coach Twitchell's got dialed up.
Yeah, I'm looking for at least a pass or 2. Their QB, he's not shy to throw it.
Yeah.
As he overthrew his receiver.
I'm looking for a guy like Kane Morris to get involved on the outside potentially. He's a track star, great track athlete, so he's got some wheels on him, and if they could get him involved here, he could definitely make a big play. And Noah Klein off to kick it off again. He's been very efficient and looking to avoid a strike from the Huskies before halftime.
GVSU commit has a great squib kick.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's doing that on purpose, but it works, no doubt.
And that drive from the Mustangs, you saw the embrace between Gillick and Putnam on the sideline. Off that fake punt or improvised punt from first down them. And here's the kick from Klein. Through the middle, fielded cleanly by Morris, and he gets it to about the 35. Solid return from Kane Morris.
All right, we look back to our keys of the game. Control the pace for the Mustangs. They are doing a great job. These drives, coming off the muffled punt to a first down, they're controlling the pace.
Yeah.
If you're Northern's coach, are you happy how the defense is playing right now? It's only 14-0.
Yeah, that's a great question. As it looks like the keys of the game for Northern has been stop that run up the middle, which is a key for a lot of teams, and maybe just try to make plays on the outside, trust your guys. But I mean, credit to the Mustang playmakers, Charlie Gillick, Nolan Bloomquist. They've kept this offense afloat, and they give them 14 points despite not really having those consistent gains that they always look for. And
yeah, they've really stepped up in the crunch time. I mean, that pass to Gillick on the big third down, huge for the program.
And the big boys out here for the Huskies. Snap goes in, and he'll run it for a pickup about 2 or 3.
Now, heading into second half, I said one of the keys for Northern is establish the run game. They haven't been able to do that yet. Do you go away for that, or do you stick to the game plan?
I mean, that's a very tough question. I mean, we'll see as this game moves on. If they can maybe get a strike in here. I mean, they got to try to get a big play eventually as they shift the O-line. Here's the snap. Handed off. The flea flicker. Aired out downfield. Wide open. Oh! Through Gatlin's hands.
Ben Coleman tripped on the ground. Just flies through Northern's hands, and that's a missed opportunity. They're going to look at that later in film, and it's going to be something, man.
Yeah, that's what makes you pull your hair out as a Northern guy. Everything goes right for you on the play. Bianco with a solid ball, and maybe Gatlin lost in the air. Maybe it came out a little slippery, but from the slip to everything, and now it's third down. The Mustangs might be looking to get the ball back here and really break this thing open. And Morris on the outside has it. He's got room to run. There's a flag in, though.
That
Pick
looks
up
like
about
holding.
10. And the Mustangs signaling that might be coming back.
Saw a Mustang on the ground at center field, so let's see what they have to say about that.
See what the verdict is here. And holding is going to come back. 3rd and 17 now.
So now a big play turned into no play as it's called back.
And we'll see if the Huskies maybe just try to take this thing as close to halftime as possible. As that's way off script for what they're looking for in this last drive. It would have been huge for them to get some points. Or they'll take a shot here. We'll see.
I would try to take this to halftime. I think the Mustangs one big play and they go downfield 21-0 at halftime.
Especially, the Huskies get the ball right back at the conclusion of the quarter. So I think that'll factor into it a lot for Twitchell. And a conservative look here for the Mustangs.
Crowd's on their feet.
Oh, trouble with the snap. And the Huskies look like they have it. Near disaster there at the end of the half.
Husky down.
Looks like Nick Bianco, I believe. And I hope everything's all right.
Jumped on the ball, might have got piled on.
Yeah. It looked like the snap came out when he wasn't really expecting it. Actually, that may not be Bianco. I'm not entirely sure who that is, but I see the fumble. Lots of collisions could have happened there. Let's hope the best for him.
This feels like a rivalry game, man. I mean, just mistakes, missed ball through his hands, couple of fumbles. Both teams just giving up chances. You can feel the nervous energy from here.
Yeah, I mean, things have gone off script, but the Mustangs able to prevail through that a little bit. Obviously, with the fumble, they get the stop. The muffed snap, they are able to get a first down off of that. So we'll see if they can continue that as Dr. Tom Goodwin and athletic trainer Lance Satorno able to help him up. 2 of the best in the game.
Great to see him up and moving.
And that was Gatlin. Looks to be the main receiver for the Huskies tonight. And 4th and 20.
Left. Looking to punt.
We'll see if Bloomquist tries to rip another one here, as he has been. He has done a couple times this season. Here's the punt. Bloomquist won't field it. And the Mustangs with the ball just shy of the 50.
I want to take a second to highlight Northern's special teams. I mean, they're getting down there. No chance for Bloomquist to do anything. And that's all part of eliminating the big play. We've seen it from opening kickoff. This guy can move. He can get big plays.
Yeah, he's a big play player, and the Huskies have done a great job of limiting damage in special teams opportunities and just going out there and executing what they've been sent out to do.
I mean, we talk about steady defense. I don't think they're doing a half-bad job. The offense isn't letting them get off the field.
Yeah, and we'll see if they might wear down. We'll see if just how aggressive the Mustangs get on this drive with a 14-point lead and a minute left. And now it's with the snap, Noe, pick of about 3 or 4 there.
3 Huskies on him right there.
Yeah, we'll see if they go back to these outside runs, try to make a big play happen. As they're letting the clock run off here. Maybe we'll just see it run to halftime after this play.
Maybe we'll see a play fake. Charlie Dillett, Cam Noe, they've got big play in them.
Yeah. And here's a snap. Bloomquist on the outside. He'll throw it. And smart play by the senior. Didn't see a man open, and the Huskies swarm him, and they'll send this thing to halftime.
Looking for a big play, and 6 Huskies. He tried escaping.
Yeah, and this
they got him.
This game may be a little closer than the experts would have thought. 14-0 at half. Maybe lower scoring, at least, is what I'll say. I don't know about closer, but low scoring. What do you think about both teams as we send it off to halftime?
Mustangs they're doing their job. They're eliminating the big plays. They're controlling the pace pretty well. Northern's defense, I don't hate it. They're playing pretty steady.
Yeah.
14 points compared to, the Mustangs that put up 30 at halftime before. They're just not establishing the run game. Their defense is tired. They're not getting off the field.
Yeah, the Mustangs put up 50 at halftime before, in fact, and yeah, they've done a good job of giving the offense opportunities. Just the Huskies' offense needs to get some positive plays. It's been really rough sledding first and second down, and the shot plays just haven't quite worked out so far. So we'll see if Twitchell has anything changed in the second half, and we'll see what both coaching staffs have dialed up. Thank you for joining us for our first half coverage of Portage Central football, and we'll be right back shortly. Thank you for tuning. Oh. Welcome back to PCTV's coverage of Portage Central football, exclusive coverage. Currently, the Portage Central Mustangs lead the Portage Northern Huskies 14-0 after a very interesting first half. We saw fumbles, we saw muff punts for a first down, we saw electric football.
Yeah, a little bit of everything you like to see in a crosstown matchup.
Yeah, and here's Klein to boot it away. The squib comes in about the 20, and Morris muffs it out to the 25.
Mustangs swarming him right there, nowhere to go.
And that's Colin Steele amped up after that big play. And Ryan, after that first half, how are you feeling coming in the second half? What do you think the Huskies need to do on this drive right here?
If I'm the Huskies, I'm not abandoning the game plan quite yet. It's only 14-0. That's plenty of time to come back. More first downs. Just a lack of them in the first half.
Yeah. They only had 1 or 2 first downs in the first half, I believe. We'll see if Twitchell's got something dialed up. Trouble with the snap again. I mean, there's a bunch of guys back there. The cadences are all different. The ball's wet. You got to feel for the center today for the Huskies.
I think that combined with just some nervous jitters just haven't left yet. I mean,
Yeah.
Huge crowd out here. I would be amped up.
Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely a tough situation for the man in the middle for the Huskies. Here go Bianco under center. And the major shift, it's now coming to Gatlin, I believe that is. And no, it's not, obviously, of course. It's going to be Arias Jackson, stopped with an outside run of 1, and chippiness after the play.
Man, it gets to a point. This Mustang defense is everywhere. When do you abandon the game plan?
Yeah, I don't know. And that was Osborne and Putnam kind of get into it over there. Sorry, first down them. And third down, back to that Mo Bamba.
Crowd getting on their feet. I feel it.
Yeah. And this is part of that Inferno Squad persona. They've adopted this in these last couple games. Getting the crowd amped on third down. There's a shift from the Huskies. 3rd and 12. Over to Morris, and nowhere to go. Wrapped up. Look at the blue jerseys.
A lot of
shoved
chippiness.
Down after the play.
This is getting chippy.
Yeah.
In a quarter's time, if Northern's still down, I would hate to see what would happen.
Yeah, there was time to rest, time to think at halftime, time to get amped back up, and both sides coming out with some energy. It could be a fun half of football here as the Mustangs already getting the ball back. Another 3 and out for the Huskies. They need to get the ball moving forward, and it's just been tough going so far for the Huskies. Almost blocked, and that's the flag that's going to come in. Putnam, you got to feel for the kid there. I mean, just barely touches him. He's devastated over there on the field. Consoled by Gaiman.
And that's a great leadership by Gaiman. I mean, could really just blame him, but instead he's lifting him up.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, but it's still, that's a clear roughing the punter, roughing the kicker there. I mean, some would say marginal contact is maybe the punter, I believe that's Bianco, sold it a little bit. But, I mean, still, just tough. He wasn't able to stop his momentum in time, and rough situation there.
Yeah, there's a fine line. Definitely tough to judge.
Oh, it's still 4th down, according to MHSAA rules. 4th and 4. And big play here. Morris with the ball. Hurdles just short. Huge stop for the Mustangs. They'll get the ball on the 35.
Great field position for the Mustangs as they look to take over. Now, if they score here, that's big.
They could break this thing open. And what are you looking for? Already starting with good field position. What do the Mustangs need to do on this drive here?
I mean, let's take some time off the clock, and I mean, Cam Noe, get out the way.
Yeah. That's an accurate statement for sure. Especially, we'll see if that defense might be worn down come out of halftime, and see if this offense is rejuvenated. McNally steps back to pass. Bennis wide open over top. Can't make the play. Oh. And they just missed the connection. They've had a couple of those opportunities where it's inches, and it's just, that's unfortunate. Bennis not really known for great speed on the outside, but he's a physical route runner that can get open and make catches. But, yeah, you can tell he's frustrated with that one.
Both teams with a couple chances. It's really starting to even out.
Yeah.
You know, one team makes a mistake, the other right back at you.
Yeah, missed opportunities on both sides. Second down now for the Mustangs. Noe gets it. That's pick of about 6. Cam Noe, he's racking up the rushes tonight. Well, might need an ice bath tomorrow morning.
Yeah, there's a lot of work on his back. Even with the depth of the Mustangs running back room, it's still a lot on a body.
Yeah, if I'm Mrs. or Mr. Noe, I'm making sure I got a great nutritious breakfast, plan for tomorrow morning, lots of fruit, and then maybe give him some ice packs and give him all the rest he needs. Here's Bloomquist on the outside. Picks up the first down. He's got room to go. He's still on his feet, and he scores. Nolan Bloomquist unable to be tackled and stares down the defender in the end zone. That's unbelievable running from Bloomquist. The Mustangs break the game open.
I mean, eliminate big plays. Well, we just saw when he made 3 guys miss, and that's a recipe for disaster for
Bloomquist on the outside. That's the scariest player in the SMAC right now. You cannot. I mean, that's fundamental tackling they're making there, but Bloomquist is shaking him off.
Yeah, like I said earlier, he gets his legs moving. Good luck.
Yeah, and that Cam Scadaboo comp I was thinking about earlier. I mean, it keeps shining through. He's a tough guy to tackle. He'll get it again, and he's gonna fight forward. He won't be tackled. I don't know if it's possible to tackle Nolan Bloomquist.
Yeah, this guy's on a heater, man. I would hate to line up against him.
I mean, I don't even understand what is going on. I've never seen a man look more unstoppable on a football field than Nolan Bloomquist right now. I think he might be transcending human life. He's unable to be tackled. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, that was something. And now you're Northern, you look at the scoreboard, you're starting to feel it. Offense has to get moving now.
Yeah, I mean, it's close to this game just being broke right open. And I would be surprised if the Huskies took a couple shots here. They might need to. Down 22. The Mustangs they're swimming them out to deep water. And we'll see if the Mustangs can fight back and maybe get back. They need to get in the driver's seat of something here. Get some first downs.
On a team with, very talented 2D1 players, Bloomquist still finds a way to shine in and get touchdowns. It's very impressive what he's done on this program.
Yeah. And this offense led by Greg Patrick, it's just been completely shut down today. You hadn't really looked out and noticed a huge difference between Patrick and this Mustangs O-line, which you usually do with him when you watch a Portage Northern game. But against Portage Central, they find ways to work around it. And obviously done a great job today. They've allowed very minimal yardage, and it's clearly wearing down on the Huskies. Here's a kick from Klein. And trouble with the reception. Morris to the outside. Taken down. Oh, sorry, stays up. Down to the 9. Look at the blue jerseys.
Journey Rowe with the tackle. It's great to see how far he's come.
Yeah, great for the kid, Journey Rowe, the senior. What a play.
Special teams are just looking brilliant for both sides.
Yeah, it was number 11 there with a tackle.
Just 8 blue jerseys on him. What are you going to do about it? He says to his coach.
Yeah. And the coaching staff was amped there. You saw them running along the sideline, happy for their guy. And Bianco through the middle, swarmed up by that interior Mustangs D-line and linebackers. Charlie Gillick on the tackle.
Yeah, just that last score from the Mustangs feels like they just took all the air out of Northern student section. I don't hear a peep from over there.
And when you talk about standing out as a D1 athlete, Charlie Gillick did just that there. Unbelievable work to just, I mean, it looked like he was blitzing there, sent it through, and just makes a play. Textbook stuff. And heavy package here for the Huskies as usual. They'll get the snap. Morris, interesting play call. That was a good design, but the Mustangs just swarm them. Good tracking by Luke Ludwig, who's been quiet so far this game, but that's a good play there.
A little more of that, and they can get themselves back in the game. That's a good starting point.
Yeah. A huge first down there. First one in a while for the Huskies. And they just need one play to break long here. They need something. Give it back to Morris. And he's making guys miss. There's just too many guys.
Lots of blue jerseys. 4 or 5 on each tackle. It's really just great defense by them.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking about this earlier. Coach Twitchell, he's getting it in the hands of a playmaker, Kane Morris. What do you think needs to happen for this Huskies offense to start getting consistent ball movement?
I mean, obviously they've got to switch something up. As now they have 3 receivers on the field.
Yeah.
And like they're doing just that.
They've had some opportunities throwing the ball, just hadn't really been able to convert. Trouble with the snap once again. And he's going to try to cut his losses here and brought down. What a tackle. That's Nolan Bloomquist once again.
I mean, you're just starting to think, is there butter on the ball? Because only when Northern's playing, it feels like every ball is just slipping and sliding.
I mean, you got to think if you're the center here, there's so many different cadences, the moisture on the field and the moment. It's just a lot of stuff going on for him. And, I mean, I feel for him because that's almost what you expect out of a high school center, to have maybe some errant snaps. And here's a third and real long here for the Huskies. We'll see if they got dialed up. Snap taken. They'll run it straight up the middle. And, that was never going to be a first down with the Mustangs interior.
Luke Ludwig with a great tackle. I mean, they're just not letting North get anything.
Yeah, the Mustangs linebackers getting going. We saw Gillick, we saw Ludwig, and the safety Bloomquist all get involved on that drive. Great to see from the Mustangs, and here's Bloomquist out deep to return.
Almost punting from his own end zone.
Yeah. And this Huskies punt team has been sound. Offensively, this had some trouble with snaps, but they've been able to keep the ball away from Bloomquist, and they've been able to, just do their part, give themselves decent field position to work with defensively.
Yeah, that's a great punt. That went to about the Mustangs 40.
Yeah, rolled out well.
If there's one takeaway from this game, Northern special teams is great. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. They haven't really been able to get quite into field goal range yet. Test out the kicker. Test out, I believe it's Melvin Masson, the soccer player, dual athlete. We're able to talk about that in the broadcast, Portage Central versus Portage Northern. But he hasn't really seen many reps today. Cam Noe stuffed by that Huskies interior.
Yeah, 4 white jerseys on him right there. There's nowhere he could go.
And the Huskies do continue to stop that interior run relatively, especially against an athlete like Cam Noe and interior line of the Mustangs. Solid work there from the Huskies. We'll see if they can be consistent defensively here.
Yeah, and I don't think Northern's defense is playing all that bad. They're just on the field the entire game because their offense can't get anything going. Yeah,
I'm actually impressed by how they've been able to hang in through everything here, especially as McNally stopped to pick up about 1 or 2. Especially, I was expecting maybe a more high-scoring affair. It's been the Huskies defense, the Huskies offense holding them back, which hasn't been quite the case early on in this season.
Yeah, Northern's defense is looking great. It's just they're getting tired, man. They're on the field constantly, which is credit to the Mustangs controlling the pace, and that was one of my keys to winning the game.
Yeah, could this be Bloomquist time on 3rd and 8? He's back on the field. And he's McNally with the play action. Ooh. And the Huskies had a chance of that one. Flag comes down.
Deflected off Northern's hands.
Yeah, an interesting pass from McNally. Uncharacteristic. Throws in a like triple coverage there.
Yeah, it almost would have been better if he just kept it on the ground and played 2-down territory.
Yeah, he had some room to run there. He had Cam Nolan on a check down, but got a little aggressive there. And a flag was on the field. Looks like the Mustangs punt team's going to come out. Brady punting them.
Yeah, man. He's a great punter. Last name goes well with it.
Yeah.
I feel like jokes.
And his first punt of the day, actually, after the chaos that ensued last time. Gets it off. Morris, the return man, once again. We'll see if he fields it. No. Out to the 30, solid punt from Putnam. Fun fact, he was the first Mustang to arrive to the field today. Arrived at about 3 p.m., right after school. Got home, did his stuff, got straight to the field, and was ready for business. And he's been about it today for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's impressive work ethic. 3 o'clock, the game, they tee off at 7, so, I mean, he's getting his reps in for sure.
Yeah, doing everything he needs to do, making sure he's extra prepared. As a wise man once said, I'd rather be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. And here's Morris with the snap. Or sorry, not Morris. That is Arias Jackson. He's gotten a couple touches today. Been that switch from Kane Morris. They both been the main playmakers for the Huskies today, but neither of them really able to make plays.
Yeah, once again, it just swarm of blue on the line of scrimmage. There's no gaps.
Yeah, and they've contained the outside too, which is big against this Huskies offense. And what we saw in the playoffs last year with the Huskies, which has some effectiveness, was the halfback pass. They involved that a lot, and maybe the Mustangs game plan for that today, or maybe they were expecting it more, but maybe I think they should get aggressive with just throwing the ball, airing stuff out, especially down 22. The Huskies need to make a play here, especially to capitalize off that stop. And Jackson again will get it. Bounces off a blocker and loses about one there.
Mustangs just looking like me at the net. Tennis, man, a brick wall.
Yeah.
Nothing, everything is bounced back.
Yeah, that Mustangs tennis team this weekend. I mean, there was 4 doubles flights that were all brick walls, dominating, sweeping the regional at Dexter. Huge win, especially for that one double squad over Mattawan. Here's a big 3rd and 11. Jackson in the backfield. The shift. It looks like the snap will go. I'm not even going to try to guess here. And outside to Morris, and just immediately swarmed down.
Just a lot. See a blue going.
Grant Henry was way on that. Right on it, makes a great play. And that's a beautiful play from Grant Henry. 4th and long here.
Mustangs defense doing great. 0 big plays allowed.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not even giving Northern any room to breathe. No space beyond the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and I can't say with certainty that the Huskies have been past the 50-yard line today. At least that's what it feels like. It's just been stagnant offense. Oh! And Bloomquist is hit. I believe that was Kinslow Arctic that bumped into him there. And he was clearly frustrated with that one. Not sure if that was with the referee, the officials, or himself maybe.
Yeah, just a mental error. I think he just lost the ball in the lights, and
yeah,
sometimes you're going to hit somebody.
Yeah, trying to track the ball and bumped into Bloomquist, but the Mustangs will certainly take it, as they haven't really been able to make a huge return so far today. And we'll be moved forward about 10, 15 yards there. Good field position here for the Mustangs.
Just a mental error from Northern right there. The ball wasn't even close to him, so who knows.
And it's Noe, Bloomquist, and Tomes once again. We'll see if one of them goes in motion. Inside the 30, they've been surgical today outside of the one blemish, the fumble from Tomes. Here's a snap to Bloomquist. And, I mean, how does he do it? Unbelievable. A 9-yard pickup breaks 5 or 6 tackles once again. I mean, the yards after contact for Bloomquist is just unbelievable today.
I mean, 4 dudes on his back, and he says, I'm getting out of there. He's looking like prime Deebo Samuel out there.
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, the inability to be tackled from him, it's shown a lot today. And as we move into playoff time, that could be something special. You know, you need those playmakers when you get in the postseason. And McNally's going to keep it bouncing off tacklers and gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Just a swarm of white at the scrimmage line.
And 3rd and short here. Wouldn't be surprised if the Mustangs look to run up the middle once again. Just keep ticking that clock down, and we're going to go to the 4th here. An excellent 3rd quarter from the Mustangs. Ryan, what do they do in the 4th here to keep this lead building and prevent the Huskies from scoring?
I mean, let's go down and get points right here. Field goal or touchdown. If they put something on the board, it almost feels like it's over. I hate to say it.
Yeah. Yeah, you go up 28 or 30. That's going to be hard to come back. I mean, the Portage Northern offense has just been completely stagnant all game long so far. I think you got to open up the playbook. Whatever you got's got to come out here if you're the Huskies. I mean, this is everything on the line here. When you talk about smack football, I mean, you got to throw something out here.
Yeah, and I haven't hated their pass game. It's just a drop ball or two, and that's worked better than their run game.
And we'll be back very shortly. Coverage of, nope. Actually, we'll stay with you here because we're about to kick the ball off. Or sorry, Mustangs will take a snap from the 19-yard line. And that common formation we'll be seeing all game, it's been working. The bread and butter for the Mustangs tonight. To Tomes. And he'll get the first down. That's huge.
Yeah, and Tomes has really tightened up after his fumble, and it's great to see.
Yeah, you can tell he's very frustrated after that fumble, but great job. Shows he's a high-character kid to be able to bounce back and show no signs of remorse after the fumble and just be able to bounce back and go about his business. And Noe in the backfield once again. See ya. That's Bloomquist with it. Breaks a couple tackles and goes down. There's a flag down, though. See if it's a hold, maybe.
And on a stacked team, it's for Wendell. He is a guy, comes in first, leaves last. He does what he needs to do for this team.
And that will be a holding. They'll get Armani Jimenez on that one.
You talk about a clean game. Mustangs are, besides the punt and that, they're playing pretty clean.
Yeah. And they'll get pushed out of the red zone with that one. Let's see what the play call is here. See how aggressive the Mustangs look to get. With about 15, 20 to go here. 19 to go, sorry.
See if a big play erupts.
McNally drops back. Bennis wide open in the corner. Caught. Touchdown, Bennis.
That's redemption right there.
The second passing touchdown of the game for McNally. And the Huskies were bringing We're bringing blitzers. Bennis wide open.
And that
What'd you
right
see
there
there?
feels like a nail in the coffin at this point.
Yeah. I mean, 2 passing touchdowns to get this Mustangs offense. You just can't let that happen if you're the Huskies. And McNally, calmness personified. You can tell his eyes lit up when he saw Bennis just completely uncovered. I don't know if there's a Huskies defender within 15 yards of him on the corner there, which is pretty hard to do when you're in the red zone. So it shows just how aggressive they were and just trying to make something happen. And this game it's getting close to being out of reach now.
Yeah,
Especially this 2-point conversion. That's going to be a
score right here would certainly feel good for the Mustangs.
Yep, and there's McNally to punch it in. And the Huskies' defense, they look tired. They look defeated. And they've been on the field for just so long tonight. I mean, the Inferno squad, they're dragging them out to deep water and just holding them there.
And I can see how North, when they're playing good, can really make some noise. It's just their defense great in the first half. 14 points. They're just getting really tired. Mustangs are just controlling the pace. They're on the field at periods of 8 minutes a time.
Yeah, it might just be a matchup thing for the Huskies. If they can, continue smack season, win the games they're supposed to, and then, come playoff time, they seem to get good matchups. They need to find a team that they can be able to run the ball on. They can control the pace a little bit, and then they'll have a chance to, make some noise. But I mean, the Mustangs look to be a great matchup against the Huskies, and as of now, it looks like the Kavanaugh Trophy staying home at McKinley Knight Field.
Yeah, and this Mustang team, I mean, you're walking around campus, it feels magical. It feels like that 2022 team that went pretty far.
Yeah, but I believe it was that team that lost to South Lyon. It was really deep in state, so it was a very fun season. But 2015, they had a great program, and you look at 2015, that was another year with Portage Central Falls Sports. When Portage Central Falls Sports are going, they're really going. 2015 state championship in tennis. They went almost all the way in football. Soccer had a great program. You have 3 state championship caliber teams on this program. It's a great time to be a Mustang right now.
Yeah, let's not discredit this Northern football team. They are not bad.
Yeah.
But this Central team feels different.
I mean, they've ran through smack opponents just like the Mustangs have, but maybe this shows another level that the Mustangs can get to, especially, they go. I mean, they're being compared, obviously, the 1 and 2 teams to them in Orchard Lake St. Mary. OLSM beat Portage Northern 41-0, and looking at transitive property right now, that could be a great matchup if they eventually meet and, potentially in Ford Field. Don't want to get too ahead of myself, but seeing that matchup in Ford Field would feed families, as the kids say nowadays.
Yeah, and I hate to say it, but I don't think Greg Patrick has ever beat Portage Central. I mean, I was talking to him at the gym a couple months ago, and he was like, this is what he circles on his calendar.
Yep.
He looks for this date. He really wants to beat Northern this senior year.
2022 as a freshman, the Huskies and Greg Patrick did take down the Mustangs, but obviously you get a taste of it as a freshman. Obviously Greg's role within the team wasn't as major, despite he's still a great player back then. But that's tough to go out like this after just the pedigree, the character he is. You wish the best for him the rest of the season, and it looks like they've got some backups in here on the O-line.
Yeah, Greg Patrick, I mean, he lives just 2 miles down the road from Central and goes to Northern.
And the Huskies finally look to start airing them out, and there's a big completion. They could have used that a couple drives ago.
Flag on the play.
There's
like
a flag.
Unnecessary
and
roughness as the
LeFew's
QB gets hit hard.
LeFew's hopping off. Hope the best for him. Hopefully it's just cramps. He's able to cover. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Lance just stretching him out. Wow. That's a big penalty.
Biggest play of the day, but it almost feels like it's too late. 2 quarters too late.
Yeah. Huskies in striking distance now, though. They would love to get some points on the board. and maybe they don't come back and make this one a close one. A score here, a thing not many teams able to do. Only Madawan got a field goal and K Central a touchdown early last week. Something you can hang your hat on. You scored against one of the best defenses in the state. Obviously, the Huskies came in here looking to win a rivalry game, but you got to have something to hang your hat on at the end of the day. And another big pickup for the Huskies. Almost a first down there.
Yeah, they've got the chains moving now. You almost think, what if this happened 2 quarters ago?
Yeah, that was Keneal Ortiz. And we look at the layout, the SMAC. It's very feasible that we see this matchup once again in the SMAC tournament with, the Huskies, how they've been playing recently, the Mustangs have been playing recently. As we get into the playoffs. Like we saw last year, we saw them face off twice. And here's the direct snap to Ortiz. Shut down. And the Mo Bamba's still going. 3rd and short.
If you're Northern, this isn't a complete waste of a game because let's talk about that defense in the first half.
Yeah.
Competing with a great Portage Central team, 14-0 for high school football. That's pretty solid. The offense just stalled today. It didn't get going.
And 30 points. It seems like a lot, but with how much that defense was on the field, they've really held their own, and the Mustangs got a lot going, and the crowd's getting up here. On a late 3rd down, the handoff to Morris and those green gloves, and that's going to be close. We'll see what the refs say. And Chain Gang says he got it.
They've got the chains moving this drive.
Yeah. If they could have gotten this kind of flow offensively going early on in that first quarter when they were shutting down the Mustangs, we might be talking about this game in a lot different manner.
Yeah, definitely. If they replay it again, I could see a lot closer game.
Yeah. And we'll see if maybe a 4th down here, Masson, he's got a solid leg on him. We've seen that on the pitch as well as on the football field this year. So this could definitely be field goal range for the Huskies.
Yeah, no doubt. And, Greg Patrick on the O-line, but this really just shows it's a team game out there.
Yeah.
Not just one player. He's a great player, great guy, don't get me wrong, but
yeah, most likely the best player on the field, wherever he's going to go.
Takes a village.
Yeah. Does take a village, and, as much as the Huskies will obviously try to, as they should, execute this offense through the great Greg Patrick, it's tough to do that on a play-by-play, night-by-night basis, especially when you go up against a team like the Inferno squad of Portage Central. And Morris goes down, avoids contact there.
Yeah, and this PC defense just
stifling.
They move like they're on a rope.
Yeah.
And the chemistry is off the charts.
3rd and long here. Yet another one. The 3rd down signs come up. And take a long while in the huddle.
It's getting loud in here.
Yeah. The cowbell is coming out.
You see any cows?
Not to my knowledge. I might want to check under the bleachers, but sounds like Mississippi State with those cowbells. And there's a snap to Bianco. And Tess Coleman can't make the play. Actually, Coleman Island was born at Battle Creek Central with that 4-interception game.
Plenty of time in the backfield. He just amped up, overthrew him.
4th and long. If I'm Twitchell here, I'm trotting out Masson. Let's get some points on the board. Something we can bring home, but looks like they're going to try to get aggressive here and go for 6. 6:43 left. A lot of times ticked off on this drive, especially not good with how urgent it is here for the Huskies. They need a lot of scores quickly if they want to even think about getting back in this thing.
When you see Kane Morris walk on the field, you know something's got to get spicy.
Yeah, he's gotten a lot of touches today. He's made a couple plays, but he's got to be tired. And going to the sideline, incomplete. Mustangs make the stop. And 30-0, 6:36 to go. The Inferno squad could have another shutout on their belt if they run out the clock here.
Just a tough throw on the run right there for the QB. That's not an easy play. Cross body, swarm.
Yeah, I mean, you got to try something there on a 4th and long. Desperation time, but, I mean, just nothing open. Sound defense from the Mustangs.
I mean, Huskies are just playing a historically great defense right now. I'm not sure the exact number of points they've given up this season, but I believe it's less than 20.
Yeah, the Mustangs have given up 10 points, and it's been in the last 2 weeks to Madawan and K Central. Surprisingly not to teams like East Lansing or Forest Hills, 2 of the weaker teams they've played, in fact. And here's Curtis on the outside. Cole Curtis, still going. Something about these PC running backs, man. And he's still up.
I mean,
Cole Curtis can't be taken down.
I mean, that looked like rugby right there,
Yeah.
the way the Mustangs were just pushing
got in a scrum.
forward. And you love to see that respect right there as Central picks up a Husky off the ground. You love to see it.
That Curtis, a high character, an IB student this week, worked on that IB Sciences project. I was able to talk to him there. He did some great work on that write-up for his group, and you know, just a great kid off the field, and glad to see he's getting reps. And with all the seniors, he could have a big role next year, maybe in that Nolan Bloomquist, Wendell Tomes role. So good to see him get some reps in this year.
Yeah, definitely lots of shoes to fill next year, but, I mean, this team, this program, they have what it takes to fill it.
Yeah, I mean, that's props to Mick Enders, and that's props to just the Portage community for, I mean, raising great football players and great athletes, and not just great athletes, but great kids on and off the field. The Portage Central program, across all sports, all disciplines, they're known for having high character and carrying themselves with a lot of respect, and that's what this Portage Central football team does, and they're no different than all the other Portage Central programs. And here's Gaiman in the backfield. I mean, and with all the talent in this Mustangs running back room, it's hard for Gaiman to really, you know, show off what he's here for. At heart, I believe Gaiman's like a workhorse back, and he shows that a lot of these times in these drives where they just give him the ball like 6 to 7 times, and he's just running it down their throats.
Yeah, and this is a talent-heavy team. I mean, you got Gaiman, you got Tomes, who are just great running backs. You put them another school in the district, and they're going to do great. But here, they just come in and fill in the roles that need to be filled.
They're able to be winners.
And that's all part of being a team player.
Yeah. Oh, Curtis shut down. Maybe the ball was loose there. There's some Huskies saying they got it.
Lots of fingers being pointed. Let's see which way it goes.
Get to make the call. Looks like it's going to be Mustangs ball still. And it's going to be second and long. Looks like McNally will play the entirety of this one as it's 30-0, 4 minutes left. Sometimes we'll see Putnam or Coleman get some snaps in at quarterback.
Credit to Northern's defense. They've forced some fumbles.
Yeah.
I honestly think they've done what they've needed to do. It's just tough being out there all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I think if – and the ball comes loose again. I think he was down before, but looks like that was McNally taking a beating there.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I mean, just keep running down their throats.
Yeah, that's what they've been doing so far. Just looking to run out the clock, it looks like. 30 points, 8 of those scored in the third, 8 of those scored in the fourth, and 14 scored in the first half. It's just been consistent football from the Mustangs.
Yeah, they've definitely controlled the pace this game. It's just been all Mustangs.
Luke Ludwig in at running back now. He'll get the ball. And looks like it's going to be a first down. And still getting chippy on the outside. That is Wyatt Edick. You know, one of the players on the team, on and off the field, does his thing every day.
You know, up until a minute ago, the energy was still as high as tip-off, and now
It's looking, yeah, it's
they're
dwindling
starting
down
to
a bit.
realize, you know, maybe it's not a kick, a scoot, and a jump
Yeah.
to tie the game, you know.
Yeah. Looking to maybe get some momentum going in the next game. You know, something I relate to. You know, I'll be playing the popular game Rocket League. You go down big, you start playing late in the game, maybe thinking let's get them going for the next game. Let's not derank today.
Yeah, definitely every play matters, especially when you have the ability to go back and watch film.
Yes, and especially you can get a lot of guys involved here late in the game. And as the Mustang student section clears out, waiting for that field storm, they have to extra weight today as Noni Knight's going to make some statements. The wife of the late great Bob Knight, as we're celebrating his legacy today.
Yeah, he was something special for the PC program, and
Yeah,
he set the foundation for
guys like McEnders.
Yeah.
And they had a great segment on Noni Knight on the Friday football tailgate today. I would advise everyone to go check that out. And Portage Central, interestingly, uses a timeout. We'll see if they're just talking things over. Maybe looking to telling everyone to keep their composure late in the game, and could be getting some backups and to take the clock down.
Yeah, I would definitely take out the starters right here. No reason to risk anything silly happening.
And it's cha-cha slide time in Portage Central.
I mean, look at these smooth dancers, man.
Yeah.
This is talent.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Putnam coming into the game. He's made some plays today, and I think that muff punt sucked a lot of energy out of Portage Northern. It was, the game was still in the balance. It's a tough snap. The rain's coming down. He kind of fumbles it a little bit and then just takes it for a first down. That was a huge momentum swinger, and I think took this from Northern hanging right in there to the Mustangs, making this a blowout.
Yeah, if you had to look back at a couple plays, you just definitely that one. That was about a 40-yard gain on a muffled punt, and I believe they were only up 6 at the time. So
yeah,
if they stopped them, that was a great place to be on the field.
You also look at the play where Ben Coleman slipped and fell, and they weren't able to make the catch. And the flag there, maybe someone jumped. Looks like it might be on the Mustangs. Yep.
Looks like Ryland is out of the game, and they put Brady Putnam.
And a wild look here from the Mustangs. Very interesting, and couldn't quite tell who that was. It was Ludwig taken out for a loss about 3, swarmed. And Kinslow Arctic on the tackle, the senior.
And it's great to still see the Northern fans here. I mean, just a second ago they were chanting, "You can't do that."
Yeah.
So, I mean,
yeah, I mean,
fan base.
Yeah, a lot of respect for Portage Northern. They're one of those schools. They're rivals. Obviously, we don't get along with them everything. We want to beat them in everything, but you got to respect them. That they always come out. They always come out big, and still, I mean, not every school does this. Supports their team down late in a game. That's high class from the Portage Northern fans.
Yeah, they play hard, and that's one thing that I just love about them.
And I believe that will be it. I think the clock will be able to tick down. And the Mustangs improved to 7-0. An undefeated start. And they'll look to take this thing the whole way undefeated.
Yeah, they
what
did
a game.
everything they needed to do today.
Yeah, all around, all phases of the game. Just did everything the right way, how they wanted to. Nolan Bloomquist was unable to be tackled. The defense shuts out the Huskies.
Yeah, they eliminated, definitely controlled the pace. They had Northern's defense on the field all game. Eventually, you're going to break, and that's just being tired and just having Noe and Bloomquist just running on you every time.
They made some shots. That was just Mustangs football. Thank you to everyone at home, in Portage, out of Portage, wherever you are, for tuning into this exclusive coverage of Portage Central Mustang football on the Portage Central YouTube channel, powered exclusively by PCTV. Portage Central will stay home next week, Friday, for senior night against Battle Creek Lakeview. We'll have Cooper Martinson and Tucker Martin on the call for that one. That'll be a fun. We'll make sure to tune in. For me, Nolan Rozankovich, and my partner, Ryan Vandersloot, we're signing off.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in. It's been a pleasure.